Hey parents, we had a great night last night. Again this week, we continued our series in the I am statements. And so last night, my wife Jacqueline was able to come back with baby Judah, visit us, and she taught us what it looks like when Jesus says, I am the light of the world. So we looked at John chapter 8 and looking at what he meant when he says, I am the light of the world, but not only that, how the light shines in darkness and how the light overtakes darkness. Jacqueline did this illustration where we made the room dark and she took out her flashlight and looking at how even just the littlest bit of light can overcome complete darkness. And so Jesus, being the light of the world, can overcome complete darkness. And he shines light on the dark things and the things that are hidden in the dark, in our hearts or in our lives or any of those things. And we have a responsibility to bring those into the light. And then we also have a responsibility to be the light. We are also called to be salt and light in the earth. So allowing that light of Jesus to shine through us in our lives. Next week, we are wrapping up this series. We're going to look at Jesus saying, I am the way, the truth, and the life. This is one of the most monumental verses in the Bible, but especially of his I am statements. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through him. And so we'll be diving into that next week. Coming up in 2 weeks, we have our off-grid night. So this is on the 30th. So this is our last off-grid of the school year. I know the school year is coming up on the end really soon. It's kind of crazy how fast it's coming, but that is on the 30th off-grid. So do not come here. I will send out more details as we get closer, but your students will be meeting with their life group off-grid, off-campus. Again, that is on the 30th of the month, 2 weeks from yesterday. Also coming up, we have TRO. I've talked about this the past few weeks. TRO is an incredible opportunity for our students to go to camp and to encounter the Lord in a new way and in a new environment. And camp, like I said before, camp changed my life. I grew up with the privilege to be able to go to camp. And man, my walk with the Lord would be so much different if it weren't for camp. I don't know if I would be here in ministry doing what I do if it weren't for the experiences that I was able to have at camp. And so I'd encourage you, register before May 1st. Half the spots are already full. So get your students registered and register before May 1st. We have early bird pricing at $300. Siblings, if you have siblings, you can use the code siblings and get $25 off per person. But the deposit of $100 is required at registration. So you do not need to pay the full $300 up front. You just need to pay the $100 and then we can pay the rest later before the start of camp. So make sure, get your students registered. And last thing, if you can't tell from behind me, so I'm here in the back of the Student Center where renovations have officially begun. So we are still meeting in the main part of the Student Center, just on the other side of that wall, for the time being, but renovations have begun officially in the Student Center. And so that is super exciting. We're gonna have some incredible things coming in this room. It's gonna be an entirely new environment when all things are done. And so I'm really excited. I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek into what's going on. But just continue to pray for your students. I pray for your students every week. It is such a privilege to be able to shepherd them, but continue to pray for the rest of the students that we have here and that they would just make steps and strides in their walk with the Lord as we continue in these I am statements. And next month, looking at the faith of many big biblical characters, looking at the faith of Abraham, the faith of Peter, and all of those things. I will continue to pray for you as city schools are on spring break this week. That's exciting, but they're home with you all day. So continuing to pray for you and as your students finish up the school year. And we'll have more details on the end of the year coming up soon. I will see you guys next week.